Hey folks, Deano here again. This time, finally, after some shipping delays, taking a look at the Kong Studios / Beast Deities Sobek number 34, otherwise known as Xeno Goku Black, otherwise known as... yeah, I'm not doing all that again. This is full power Goku Black from Dragon Ball Heroes. I know he's got the long Super Saiyan 3 hair. It's not Super Saiyan 3. It is an entirely original form. So yeah, this is basically Goku Black after he absorbs the energy of countless fake mortals in the alternate universe. Yeah, Dragon Ball Heroes is a weird... It's a weird story. But yeah, the design looks really cool, which is mostly the reason why I bought it. Even though Kong Studios, quite an expensive figure. This ended up being about 70 quid, give or take, which is not cheap for an unofficial figure. But yeah, this is the secret edition, Beast Deities calls it. I'm still going to call them Kong Studios, let's be honest. This is number 34. It's basically the same as, what is it, 31 or 30? But just with purple instead of black for what's left of his outfit, and semi-translucent, pearlescent finished hair. Which, yeah, I thought, like, since I've already got this guy with the matte hair, I didn't want two figures to have the same hair on the shelf. So yeah, decided to go with this guy. Plus, if it's a special edition, couldn't pass it up. So yeah, let's get him off the turntable, take a look at his multiple boxes. So first off, we have the emotion memory bookmarkers. Yeah, Beast Deities are still doing this to try and avoid any legal issues. Still not sure how they managed to get into trouble in the first place. But yeah, this is the faces that you get. You get a ZZS pen holder, which is his hair. Says it's a blind box. It's not. Again, it's just a way for them to get around copyright. You'll notice it says 34 on the top. And the last one is quite a beaten up box, to be completely honest. But not as if I really care about this fake box. It's just to transport the body. Sobek, and it shows the Egyptian god crocodile himself. So yeah, everything's been like poorly printed and such. It's just there for illusion purposes, really. But yeah, let's get those out of the way and look at his accessories. So the main event that we're looking at, not really, is the crocodile head and the paws, which are the same ones that come with all of these figures. All the Goku Blacks, or the Sobeks, they're just in a different plastic. This one's clear. I'm not sure why they didn't just go with the purple transparent plastic that they already use in the head, but there you go. But yeah, if you are into that sort of thing, those heads are there for you. He comes with an array of hands, so it's the one thing Kong is known for, is the amount of accessories you get. So it comes with a pair of posy pointing hands. These ones are different from the last figure I reviewed, because they now come with a gloveless hand with the time ring on it. Another pair of pointy hands. I believe these ones are specifically for the effect piece, the sort of ball that you get in the accessory pack, which I will not be getting. Don't need it. Pair of Kamehameha grippy hands. pair of Keyblade / posy hands. He does this pose right at the very start to show off his new form before he gets absolutely obliterated by Blue Evolution Gogeta. Yes, that is a thing that happened. Pair of martial arts posy hands. Pair of standard Ki Blast hands. And finally, the fists that come on him in the package. In terms of heads, you will notice he's on a stand. I am not risking him falling. He's going to stay on that for the remainder of the review. So yeah, you've got the smirk face. This time all the faces are the broken mask, because in absorbing all the power of the mortals, he breaks his mask into like a tiny little section like this. God knows how it stays on his face, but that's a question for another day. But yeah, the smirk face looks really nice. I do like that. Carefully move him out of the way. You get this specific one where he's yelling and the mask is on fire. You see this right at the very beginning of the transformation. This one is slightly different to the normal version of this release, in that the flames are deep purple going into red. I believe the normal one is red going into orange at the tips. So yeah, quite cool that they have even made the faces different. I believe the eyebrows are also slightly darker to go with the hair. So yeah, obviously reason he's got eyebrows is because this is not Super Saiyan 3. This is basically an in-between form of Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. I think that's what the tail represents. Plus he's got the eyes with the pupils, which is indicative of Super Saiyan 4. And Super Saiyan 3, I suppose. But yeah, he comes with a battle-damaged, teeth-gritted face. This is specifically when he basically called Gogeta out, said that he couldn't defeat a god, and Gogeta basically said, "You want to bet?" and laid into him quite badly. Decent paint apps, tampos on this. I'm not really sure why they put tampos like underneath the mask. I would have thought it would have made more sense to put it on the cheek, that sort of thing. But yeah, as I just showed, the masks do all come off. And just a stern looking forward face. So yeah, obviously as I said in the other review, the broken face that comes with 31 is meant for this figure. So I will show that right now actually. Jump cut. So yeah, that's the face that came with 31. Smirking, looking off to the side. And yes, as I assumed, the eyebrows are darker on this special edition, number 34. So yeah, that's handy to know. Not enough to make a difference, per se, but it's just something to bear in mind. So yeah, we'll just quickly show this. If we pop that off that face, pop the broken mask off the face that's on him, and pop that on like so. And yeah, just like that. That is how I'm going to be displaying them. Those just pop on. Just like that. Easy enough. So yeah, looking really nice. Do not fall. Goku Black. So yeah, getting into the details of this figure now. On the figure himself, first things first that I have to mention, with the faces. Hold on, I'll take him off the stand. Might as well, since I'm holding him in this segment anyway. So yeah, the faces. Everyone was complaining that the hair didn't fit on this guy properly. It does. You just have to take the masks off before you put the face on, and then put the hairpiece on after it. There we go, it pops off. So it's the same peg system as all of Kong's other ones to date, which I am not a fan of. They do not stay on very well. So yeah, put the face on without the mask, put the hair on top of that. That holds everything in place. You'll see there is no gap at the forehead. And then you just pop the mask on. So yeah, I am not entirely sure why people weren't trying that in the reviews. I'm not calling anyone out in particular. Like, most of the reviewers I watched were doing it. But yeah, I would have thought it stands to reason that if you have to take this mask off to put the face on, surely you would have to do it with the rest, because otherwise the mask gets stuck under the bangs and just doesn't look right. So yeah, again, not entirely sure why people weren't trying that in the review. I get it's a bit of an inconvenience. Do I wish Kong would have designed the mask so that it would just sit there? Sure. But at the end of the day, that's how they designed it. That's how it should be put on. So yeah, enough of my rant. In terms of paint apps of the figure, it looks really nice. I like this purple. It's obviously designed to look like he's got an aura around him, as opposed to the normal one. Where I've also reviewed recently the new Figuarts Goku Black, which is the same sort of concept as this. So yeah, the pearlescence that they've put on the hair, there seems to be like a slight paint application to it. I kind of wish they would have put it on the rest of the gi to make that glow as well, but that's just me. The hair itself looks amazing. I think it could have probably been doing with being a little bit brighter. I'm not sure why they went with this sort of dark pink, or almost purple sort of shade to it. If it was a lighter shade, it would have matched the rest of them a lot better. Especially when you look at the standard rosé hair. The colours are just starkly different. So yeah, it still looks really good though, and it'll be really nice on your display. It'll definitely pop when the light hits it. You can see it's just shimmering there in the background. The rest of the gi is all purple, like I said. It looks really nice. The one thing I will say is they could have done a bit of a shadow, just a slight brush into the crevices. It kind of all looks a bit flat to look at, so a little bit of a shading in there would have done wonders to that, I think. But yeah, apart from that, looks really, really good. The chest section is completely new mould. It's not taken from any figure. It looks really nice. This lower section, they've took inspiration from the Namek 3.0 Goku, in that it's a softer rubbery piece, so it kind of bends out the way of the articulation. So yeah, really a fan of that. They've even got the sort of rips round the gauntlets, which are a soft rubber piece. Well, the bottom bit is. This top piece is part of the sculpt. So yeah, really, really nicely done. In terms of articulation, what I'll do is I'll take the head off. Yeah, this is a known QC issue with Kong. I am impressed that the last one didn't do it. I thought they'd actually glued them in place. So yeah, they basically forgot to glue the neck into the joint. So I'll have to do that myself. Not a major issue, but yeah, at this price point, you're not expecting something like that to happen, are you? So yeah, back to the review. The neck is on a double ball peg. I can pop it off completely. Let's see. There we go. The face fell off again. So yeah, you go back in there, please. Bear with me 2 seconds, folks. Okay, so where were we? Right, so the head is on 3 separate joints, which really move quite a lot. You can swivel the entire hairpiece to blow in the wind if you so choose. Just be careful of the 3 ball pegs that's in there. Don't get them out of alignment and try to bend it. You will break it. So yeah, here is really good. Really sharp. Feels honestly harder than the standard plastic, so be careful if you're getting them. As for the body, he's on a double ball peg. Kong, for whatever reason, loves to use these oversized ones, probably stop breakage. Neck goes down, goes back up, can swivel all around. The arms can go up that far. They can swivel all the way around, no issue. The butterfly joint gives them some really decent range. Just there, does look a bit ugly at the back, but so do all these types of joints. Bicep swivel, it's a bit on the tight side. Double joint at the wrist, gets higher than 90, or elbow, sorry. Ball hinge at the wrist. Again, like I said in the other review, be careful of the wrists and the feet. There have been breakage issues with them. Kong is not the best for the QC. We just seen that with the neck. The ab section can go back that far. Can actually go forward really far. I think they actually took the limiter out of there. Or they just didn't put it in since it's their own sculpt. Swivel at the waist. The lower section is mostly just Gohan mold. So it can kick up that far. Can't kick back any. You can do the splits fully. Thigh rotation. Double joint at the knee. Feet, do be careful. These ones seem a lot more mobile than the last one I reviewed. So you can get about that far without me pushing it too much. Can go back that much, forward that much, and toe articulation. So yeah, all in all, guys, like, I know these figures are expensive. Currently on AliExpress just now, a lot of the sellers are struggling to sell this version in particular. Not sure why. I think it looks amazing, but most people are wanting the standard editions, so those have shot up to like astronomical prices. That needs to push down a bit more. Give me a minute. There we go. So I just popped him on the stand. I cannot be bothered dealing with him anymore with that neck popping off. So yeah, like I said, guys, this guy in particular is still going for cheaper than most. They've actually reduced it in price from when I bought it, funnily enough. A lot of them I'm seeing he's going for about £59 shipped. So yeah, if you're wanting any of them at this point, you're probably best going for this guy before even he goes up in price. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.